Hey there, this is the 6th part of a series geared to help teach new players how to play Marvel Crisis Protocol quickly, or to help veterans brush up on particular details of the game. This video is going to be dedicated to the types of movement you can find in the game of Marvel Crisis Protocol. There are 5 types of movement that use both movement tools that are marked with a letter to help represent their speed, as well as range rulers for the last type. So first up we have the Advance. When doing this as an action, you will move the speed listed on your character's card, unless there is another rule affecting your character's speed. Otherwise, an advance is just you use the movement tool to move your character. To do this, you position the teeth of the movement tool so that they are both touching your character's base, and then place that character anywhere along the movement tool. So yes, you can place it at the edge of one of the other teeth to get maximum movement. A climb is similar to an advance, but will use the short movement tool, and only needs to be used when a character is jumping on top of or over a terrain feature that is larger than them. So Black Widow can pretty easily get over a car, but not really the case with something like a newsstand. The next 2 types of movements are also similar. Throws and pushes are both effects where you will take a straightened corresponding movement tool and put both teeth of one end and attach it to the base of the model that is being thrown or pushed. Then you move the character along the movement tool until it reaches the end, or if the character's base makes contact with another character's base or a terrain feature, at which point they would stop there. It is worth mentioning that the character performing the push or throw will not impede the push or a throw themselves. So Hulk, for instance, can pick you up and throw you over his shoulder with no trouble. The other thing that needs to be pointed out for these specifically are the directional pushes and throws that often occur in the game in the form of away and towards. When instructed to push or throw away, you will take one of your movement tools and make it into a 90-degree angle and attach it to the character being pushed or thrown, facing outward away from the character who is performing the throw. You can then place the straightened movement tool next to the character and shove them within that 90-degree angle. Towards is much of the same, but with the 90-degree angle facing toward the character performing the push or throw. And really the only difference between a push and a throw is that throws cause collisions, which cause damage, while pushes do not. Then finally, we have the place type of movement that uses range rulers instead of movement tools. To do this, center your range ruler on the character, performing the place, and then place them anywhere within that range. It is worth noting that since there is no wholly within in Marvel Crisis Protocol, so long as you are touching that center point of the tool on the other side, you're good to go. I will say that with these placements, they need to end and start at the same position on the movement tool. So you can't start at the left corner of a movement tool and then end up at the opposite end's right corner. When placing for maximum distance, I typically turn my range ruler on its side, like this, to keep it in a straight line from point to point. But if you aren't going to go the full distance, laying it down flat normally will work just fine. In the next video in the series, we'll be going over the types of attacks and their sequencing.